Well, we're at Brian Martin's place. We're up in Hereford, Texas. Now, Brian, one of the premier show cattle breeders in our industry. We're going to take an inside look now at Stockshow University, a free program put on by Sullivan Show Supply, and it's an opportunity for the youth throughout America to get some hands-on experience in learning how to fit show cattle.
Good morning, everyone. It's early morning. We're up in the far end of Texas. We're up close to Amarillo, and we're headed down the road to Brian Martin's place. We're going to take an inside look at a new program. It's called Stockshow University. It's hosted by Sullivan Show Supply. Jump in and follow us along.
We're on the Panhandle Plains of West Texas. We're actually in Hereford, Texas. We're at Brian Martin's place where they're conducting a seminar put on by Sullivan Show Supply. It's called Stockshow University. You want to find out how to feed a steer, how to clip a steer, how to groom a steer, all the components that go in to making you a grand champion. Follow us inside Brian Martin's building for Stockshow University.
I'm Dan Sullivan with Sullivan Supply. I'm going to do an introduction and introduce some people. First of all, I want to introduce Brian Martin. Brian, he's the host of this event. I think we really want to appreciate him and give him a round of applause for supporting and having this, because they go to a lot of work to do this too. Brian's raised as many champions and fitted as many champions as there is. We've got a great crew of professors and helpers to help you guys. Two important people that I want to announce that we call the deans at Stockshow University is Bobby Hartwig and Jeff Sargent. If you want to guys step up so they can take a look, they'll both be taking groups of kids and helping. Two very important people with this organization and do countless hours of work for Sullivan Supply and Stockshow University, so we really appreciate everything they do. Vince Elder steps out. He may be pitching in. He's our operations manager at Sullivan Supply. He'll be helping. He's up there in the trailer. A lot of you may know him from the supply company, but he'll be pitching in and doing some helping too. And Carlos, another one of the supply helpers. This whole thing is helping you guys and providing for you guys. Another unique thing we got going on today is with Terry Jordan with Stockshow Confidential. It fits really well in with Stockshow University. We got a great group of people that are very capable of helping you, and that's what we're here for. And Stockshow University is to help people so they feel comfortable that they can compete and they know there's people out there that'll help. And the neatest thing is it's no cost to you guys. It's all free. So that's going to be one of the neat factors for you, and it's time for us to pay back, and that's kind of how Stockshow University got started.
When we come back, we're going to join the students at Stockshow University and Mr. Jeff Sargent, one of the professors for this great event, over in the wash rack. And then you're going to meet a very special family that hosted this great event.
We're at Stockshow University, and you're watching Stockshow Confidential.
Stockshow Confidential is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sullivan Show Supply and Stockshow University, Sure Champ, Showmaster Feeds, StockshowConfidential.com, Rogers Ford, and Paragon bed covers.
Sullivan Show Supply was established with the vision of producing more than just your ordinary show supply products. Whether it's fitting supplies you're looking for or the latest equipment, everything you need to make it into the winner's circle is right here. Don't just take it from me, take it from them. Sullivan Show Supply will be here before and after the sale.
Welcome back to Stock Show Confidential. This week in Hereford, Texas, we're joining the Stock Show University crew, and we're going to hear from one of the professors, Mr. Jeff Sargent, on how to properly wash and clean your steer.
Those of you youngsters that have done some clipping on your own already, it starts right here. The clipping part gets easier the more this part is done right here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to blow this calf out. We're going to try to minimize our time on the rinsing side by blowing these calves out and getting as much dirt as we possibly can out. The other thing is, no matter what we try to do, no matter what we're going to do, is we're going to try to keep this hair going in the same direction every time we do anything. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start off, he's going to start off by rinsing one. The thing that we want to stress is, he's standing so that he's working that hair forward. He's not getting up here and working that hair back or anything like that. He's in a position to where he keeps that water pressure pushing that hair in one direction. We're going to show you two different methods, okay? One side we're going to do with a foamer, which how many of us use a foamer nowadays? Okay, so it's a great technique. The other side, as you see right now, he's going to do with just the bottle. You saw the two different techniques. Very simple. All he did was turn the bottle up, sprayed the water into the soap, allowed it to build up on the calf. On this side, he put the foamer on. He allowed the foamer to do the work for him. It's very simple. I think both of them are extremely effective.
Any kind of a livestock shampoo that is got the pH balance in it, or even a human shampoo, is better than going to the grocery store and getting a dish soap, because that will dry out the hair more than the shampoos for livestock, or even a human shampoo is better for the hair than going to the grocery store or a Walmart and getting any type of just a dish soap, because that will dry the hair out quicker than something that's got the pH balance in it.
The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and work this hair. I'm a firm believer myself in getting this hair worked still while I'm in the wash rack. A lot of times what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this up with a little mane and tail. Just in that bucket that I told you could take to the wash rack with you, I'm going to simply put a little mane and tail in that bucket, just the conditioner, not the soap, and you don't need to wash it out. It'll work just as good. So I think it's important that you build a relationship with somebody that's around you on a consistent basis that you can go to. Somebody that you know and you trust with the knowledge, and you know that they're giving you the information because they care about it. Basically, what we try to do is make sure that you understand a nice, simple, easy washing technique. It's effective for you, and you understand about working this hair while it's wet.
If you've spent some time in the cattle business, you've heard the term bloat. The bloat is caused by the animals eating too much lush green pasture, such as alfalfa or clover. Now, the legumes bubble and ferment in the animal's stomach. Let's hear from our expert, Dr. Dustin McElwee, about this very deadly condition.
Hey Doc, what is bloat?
Bloat in cattle is a very common problem in show animals. When they're fed high grain diets, it makes them really predisposed to bloat.
How do I know if my steer has it?
There's an area behind the animal's last rib and in front of its hip where there's just muscles and soft tissue over their abdomen. And that area will oftentimes, in severe bloat, be distended. It looks like you've got a basketball stuck under the skin.
What do I do to prevent it?
There's things you can do to help keep the pH of the rumen happy in there. Sodium bicarbonate added to the feed helps. Many rations have a lot of this added to it. Nutrition, one of the most important things that can prevent many of these problems that we talk about on here. I'm Dr. Dustin McElwee with Brock Vet Clinic, Lamesa, Texas. You've been watching Stockshow Confidential. If you have more interest in this topic or would like more information, look up www.stockshowconfidential.com.
Feed the bugs. When you feed your cows, a well-functioning rumen with a healthy population of good bacteria and fungi is the foundation of a profitable cow herd. So how do you unlock the potential of the rumen? With Amifirm. Amifirm is a natural feed additive that fortifies products like VitaFirm and SureChamp. Best of all, research shows it actually increases beneficial bug populations by 15%. VitaFirm, SureChamp, and Amifirm. This stuff is good.
Well, folks, we're leaving the wash rack right now. As we take these steers back inside the building here, you've had the opportunity to watch them work this hair of soaping these animals and grooming them just right, getting them ready to take them into the trimming chutes. We're going to hear from the professors right now as they give these children, these young adults, some opportunity to have some hands-on experience in working with these show steers.
If they're setting up wrong, if they're standing wrong in that chute and you clip them, they're going to look different when you get them out of that chute and into that show ring. It doesn't hurt to have somebody helping you get that calf clipped. The more you work together with people, the more you'll figure it out just how you get along together. We got a hole right there in front of that shoulder. Okay, so why go in there and take all that hair out of that hole? That's only going to make that calf look more open-shouldered, more coarse-shouldered. Start on that point, get it tight, and then wedge it or work or blend it all the way up to the brisket.
There's quite a bit of hair right here. You want to start to make that neck flow just right. Cattle always got a crest right here. You want that to just be a perfect angle right there.
So when you go to pick those young calves, or when somebody's helping you, get those ones that head and neck sticks up on top of that shoulder. It's already up just when they're standing out there on their own. Not when they're under a halter. It's going to be easy to bring it up when they're under a halter. Clip going with that hair. Then as you progress and you get bigger, or you get more experience, start running against that hair. You can be faster and you can get it shaped out there a little bit quicker. You're going to start there in the center. He wants it shorter here, and as we get to the edges, he's going to leave it longer. That's going to give it more of a block effect, more of a square effect. That top is only so wide naturally as we speak. But if we utilize this hair to our advantage and we leave it longer out here on the edges, then that top starts to grow, starts to get bigger, starts to get wider. See how Tony's working from the center out? He's trying to gain some levelness, and he's trying to gain more dimension, more width. These guys are using one of two blades, I can almost guarantee, and I haven't even looked. They're either using what we call an opti-block or a blocking blade, or they're using what we call a blending or a medium blade. For anybody that's just starting out, this is the blade. A blending blade or a medium blade. It's just more user-friendly. It's just more forgiving. If you don't learn anything else here today in terms of selection, you start from the ground up.
You see how this front leg is right here? He's not steeping his shoulder at all. His knee is laid back. It almost looks like a banana right here. This is what you want.
It starts in this angle too, from the top of that shoulder to the point. You've got to have some angle there. If it's straight up and down, odds are what Brian says, it goes all the way to the ground. It doesn't change.
Some very critical, good information that a lot of people have a hard time seeing. So pick up on what they're saying, because that's really good stuff on selecting your shows.
Steers or heifers, it doesn't change. The next thing I do, if I'm buying my daughter one or if I'm looking at one, obviously I want all 4 feet in the right direction, pointed forward when they're standing still. The next thing I'm going to do is turn them loose. I turn them loose, get the owner, or somehow turn them loose in the pen. I want this hind leg landing where that front leg takes off. That front foot takes off. I want that hind foot landing in that same track, or as close as I can get it. If they're 500 pounds and they're coming up this much short, when they're 1,300 pounds, it's going to be bigger. What we're doing to them is not normal. We're not asking them to be normal cattle, normal pasture, wheat pasture, even feedlot cattle. I want you to watch what Tony's doing. I mean, he is really, really getting the bang for his buck right now, because he's starting in the center of that back, and now he's working on that dimension and that width. He's going to bring it out to a point, and then he's going to leave it alone. He's not going to roll it off of this edge any tighter, or otherwise he's just defeating his purpose. Real gently and real quietly, show these guys how much you appreciate them by giving them a round of applause.
Well, friends, don't go away. When we return, we're going to hear a very heartwarming story about the Martin family.
It's often said that great design takes something ordinary and turns it into something extraordinary. A Paragon truck bed cover is functional, tough, and visually appealing, all at the same time, and yet we haven't sacrificed a single detail in designing and making it.
You know, whenever we hit the trail to go to a major stock show, we trust everything that we own is protected by a Paragon bed cover.
Hi, I'm Brian Martin, Brian Martin Show Cattle. This is my wife, Sherry Martin. This is Stock, and this is Sage. We've been raising cattle here around Hereford for about 15 years. We do a lot of embryo work. We have about 100 cows a year, and what we do is we raise them and we sell them to 4-H kids all over the United States. And here we provide a service where we sell you a calf. We help follow it all year long. We help the kids. We clip their calves, fit them, and follow them at all the shows and try to make it as successful as possible for them. What we strive here at our deal is just the selection and buying the right cows and buying the right cattle out in the country. But it takes a lot of hard work and effort. It doesn't happen overnight. So you got to stay in there year after year and keep doing it.
You know, our kids, when we started showing with them themselves, you know, we didn't really want to push that with them. We thought, you know, if they want to show, they can. But this is what we do, so they're going to have to go out there and do the work. They might as well show. And it's just the time that we get to spend together. It's, you know, it's all we do, and we spend a lot of time together. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but we get the work done, and it's what we do.
Stock, he just this past year he had reserve AOB at Houston, and then at the Belt Buckle Bonanza, he won. This is the first year he's ever showed there. He won the steer show, and the kids won the heifer show, the exotic heifer show too. So it's never been done. So that's the first time it's ever happened. So
we've had a lot of success in this business, but we are just a normal family. We've had our share of trials and tribulations. When Sage was 15 months old, she was your average 15-month-old. She had been walking and talking and doing just all the things that babies do. But about that age, we noticed that she started having tremors and falling a lot. We took her in, and it took us nearly a year of a lot of doctors and a lot of tests to finally figure out that a toxin had attacked her brain. Finally, we found a neurologist at the Scottish Rites Hospital in Dallas, and she has a patient there. She continues to see them on a yearly basis. They don't know really how she overcame it either. I just truly believe that so many people prayed for her.
You know, this is a business that this is not only a business, but it's something that we do as a family. We're here, so feel free to call us at any time, email us, whatever you can do to get in contact with us, and we'll help you fulfill your dreams for your kids at the show, any type of show level. This doesn't matter, county fair or major show or whatever. We're here to help. Please feel free to visit us at brianmartinshowcattle.com. Thank you.
The Martin family is just one shining example of what the Stock Show Circuit is all about. I hope that you've learned some very valuable techniques on daily care and fitting. Join us next week as we head to Fort Worth, Texas to the Fort Worth Stock Show. And until then, here's hoping that we'll see you in the winner's circle. Be sure and check out StockshowConfidential.com. Now, if you have an interesting story, we'd like to hear about it. And also be sure and check out our Breeders' Corner. We have the top, goat, pig, lamb, and steer breeders listed there. Check it out.